me him. So do you know the rule for mim sakin? Third verse.
Yes.
Huh?
Yes.
What's the rule for mim sakin?
When a noon sakin comes, and then after there has to be a letter that is with the noon sakin.
So what does that mean? So the verse that you're talking about, the fourth verse, ترميهم بحجارة من سجيل. You said there's a hunna. Which word has the hunna, and explain that?
ترميهم بحجارة من
So him be.
من سجيل.
Okay, min sijil. Are you talking about min sijil?
Yes.
Okay, so what is the hunna there? Explain the hunna. After noon sakin, what's happening? Can you highlight that verse, please, the fourth verse? Thank you. Min sijil. What's happening at min sijil?
On the meme there is a tashdid.
Okay, on the meme there's the short him. Okay, bihijara him. Okay,
We pray it from the nose.
Okay, fine. Thank you, Mariam. Thank you. Keep watching the show. You're not too familiar with the rules, but you try to explain it to the best of your ability, and I do appreciate it. Okay, we went over a couple of rules of marking rules yesterday, and I spoke about the round zero, assistant mustadir, and also spoke about the standing oblong zero, which was assistant mustadir al-qa'im. If anyone wants to call me and explain these rules that we went over, please do so. Let's put the third rule, a third marking rule on the screen, and have a look at that. And I'm going to explain this now, inshallah, and hopefully you will make a note of it. Now, this is a third mark. So we did two marks yesterday, and this is now the third one. The third mark that is important to know is that of a sukun, and that's what it says there. Sukun, which we've been talking about when explaining Surah Al-Fil, Quraysh, or Surah Fatiha. Right, this marking is that of the head part of the letter Ha. Now, what they're saying here is they're just trying to explain what this sukun looks like. It looks like the head part of the letter Ha without the normal dot on it. If you look at the letter Ha on the screen, the letter Ha without the dot, that's what the sukun looks like. The reason for this symbol is that it originates from the word khafif, which means light, which starts with a ha. This mark is found when there is no vowel on a letter and it is pronounced clearly, such as in ad. Samia, as you can see from the first example, ad. Samia, the dal has a sukun, and if you look at the sukun, it's like the head of the letter ha without the dot. And because it is a clear sound, a light sound, that's why they use the letter the head of the ha to demonstrate to make us understand that the ha the sukun does not have a sound, and it is pronounced clearly, and it only joins to the letter before it. Then we have the second example, min. Khawfin, you can see the noon has the sukun, khawfin, the waw has the sukun, and also wa khuttum, the dot has the sukun, and the mim has the sukun. As you can see, these are clear sounds, and they will only join to the letter before. They do not have a sound of their own. And because this is so clear and so and light in a way, that's why the ha, the sukun, is taken from the head of the ha without the dot. So that's the third mark I would want you to make a note of, and inshallah understand if this is talking about the sukun, and sukun looks like the head part of the letter ha without the dot, and the reason for this symbol is that it originates from the letter khafif. The symbol originates from the letter khafif, light, which starts with ha. That's why they've taken it from the letter khafif, from the ha, meaning it gives a light sound, a clear sound. It does not make a sound because it's not a vowel. It only joins to the letter before. So that's the third mark. Now we spoke about mark number one, and marker number 2, the round 0, and also the standing oblong 0 yesterday, and now this is done. Please do make a note of this and do understand that. Let's move on to the fourth marker now, the fourth rule, and you will see the fourth rule there, and let's understand it. Another type of marking is the small letters that are found in some Quranic words. Okay, there are 4 different letters that are sometimes small, written in some words of the Quran. They are alif, ya, waw, and nun. We recite these letters like any other large-sized letter. There is no difference in the way they are recited. Okay, so what we're talking about here are in the Quran, you will get some letters, but they are written in small. And these letters are alif, ya, waw, or nun, as you can see on the screen. And they will be read just like any large-sized letter. There is no difference, but they are written in small. Now let's look at it. Let's look at Ar-Rahman. The example of Ar-Rahman. There are many words in the Quran that have a small alif. If you can see the small alif, the word above has a small alif called al-alif khinjariya, which means the dagger alif. Between the mim and the noon, there is no vowel corresponding to this letter. So between the mim and the noon, you have the alif. This is a alif, or the dagger alif, and what we've been talking about, the long vowel fatha, or the standing fatha, and this is one of the signs alif will be coming across written in small, but they would be read as any large size letter. So do remember, and I'm coming back to the screen. If anyone else wants to call in and wants to explain mark number 1, rule number 1 that we spoke about, and that was the round 0, or the rule number 2, which was the second marking, which was the standing oblong 0, or even the third rule, and which is sukun, and the fourth one, which we have just done now, and we are talking about the letters, the small letters that do occur in the Quranic word, and these letters are 4: alif, ya, waw, and nun. And so far we have spoken about alif, and the example I gave for that was Ar-Rahman, which you saw on the screen. And Ar-Rahman has the alif in between the mim and the nun. It's something that we've spoken about in terms of the long fatha, the vowel, which is the long vowel, which is the standing fatha, or the long fatha, or the fatha muqaddara, which means there is an alif, a hidden alif. So this is the small alif that we are talking about, and this is the alif which is dragged to a couple of seconds, a couple of alif long, one alif long. So we say Ar-Rahman. So please do make a note of it. Let's put these rules back on the screen again. Let's start with rule number 1, the one that we did yesterday. So rule 1, there we go. This is the one that we did yesterday, and that we spoke about the round 0, that you would see it coming on top of 3 letters, and that was alif, and waw, and the ya. And the examples we gave, the ulaika, and the aidin, and the naba'in, mursalin. And what did we say about this? We said that the letter is not pronounced in any case, meaning it does not matter if we are stopping or continuing, we do not pronounce this letter. Okay, so ulaika, bi aidin, and min naba'il or mursalin, when you get this round 0 on top of it, the letter is not pronounced. Whether you stop or whether you continue, ulaika, you will not pronounce the waw that has a round 0 on it, or bi aidin, or the second ya that has a round 0 on it, or min naba'il mursalin, or the ya in min naba'i, the round 0, you will not pronounce it. So that's the first rule, inshallah. And we will come back to these rules again after taking a call. Assalamu alaikum. Zira.
Assalamu alaikum.
Assalam. Is that Zira? Yeah?
Yes.
How are you?
Fine.
Where are you calling from?
Lancashire.
Lancashire. Huh?